we are going to discuss about the one of the Java library that is called a Lombok. So in while writing the Java programs, we see that we write a lot of repetitive text code, or some repetitive process are there which are mandatory for writing a code. Okay, and those are, you can say, those are boilerplate codes. So what this Lombok does, that just remove that repetitive code. Okay, so take examples. If you are writing any Java programs and the class files have around 70-80 lines of codes, if you are using a Lombok, okay, it will just reduce 2/3 of unnecessary codes. Okay, and your line of code will become more readable, okay, more refactored, and okay, and it looks good and beautiful, what I will say. Okay, so let's see that first I will show you that without Lombok how that code looks. Okay, and after that I will use Lombok library, and then we'll see how then we'll see that how it's going to benefit us. Okay, so the first things what we need to do, if you are using so here I'm using IntelliJ IDE, and as a build tool I'm using a Gradle. Okay, and then you need to add these dependencies in your build.gradle file. Okay, once it is done, you can refresh it, and then those dependency will be added. Okay, now we'll go to the source here. Let's go here. Now first we'll discuss the without Lombok. I am just written a very simple a class I have created, where I have created one entity, that is employee. Okay, I have created a constructor. Okay, even you could have done write default constructor as well. Okay, depend on your requirement, or what you want. I have created a fields. Okay, those are privates, generally what we do. And then in Java, you know, we need to write a getter and setter. Okay, okay, and this is a two string methods I have used. Okay, and which if I want to print the object. Okay, so I have written, I think we could have written a lot, right? And here one more, maybe I could have written some piece of code where where checked exceptions are there, right? And I'm throwing the exceptions, generally we do, right? So those things. Okay, now just come, if I'm using the Lombok library, right, how much boiler code we are going to reduce. And boiler code in the sense, this means if you have declare, if you have a class, we need to define parameterized constructors, or maybe default constructors we need to write. If you are not writing, definitely this JVM will take care constructor things. But if it is a parameterized, we need to mention it, right? And then fields are there, then we need to write a getter and setters, and these two strings we need to use. Okay, checked exceptions, as I told you that we need to throw the exceptions, all those things. Okay, now we'll see that if you are using a Lombok, how it is going to help you. Okay, so this is a now you can see I changed the name, but you can see the same fields, right? I have declared the name as an employee, only the name is changed. Now what I'm doing, this is annotation based library. Okay, if I'm just adding getter and setter, okay, whatever we are using get and set, right, we will just get rid of writing this line of codes. Okay, come to this two string methods. Just if you are using this annotation, okay, we can get rid of from this line of codes. Okay, now come here. Now what about this constructor things? If you are just adding this, one more is there, no args constructors, if it is a default, right? So this all args constructors, okay, this line of codes we can get rid of. Okay, and one more constructor, one more annotation I have used, that is a builder. Okay, so this is a kind of, so most of the times if you'll see, we create a builder patterns, right? And if you'll see the code, how to write a builder patterns is a very lengthy code, right? But here we have to just add annotations, and I will show you that how we'll create an object using this, because already this we have implemented a builder patterns. So now we'll see that how we are going to create an object. Okay, so we'll go to the main class here. Okay, and just forget about this line of code, just come here actually. So this is a, you can say this is a builder pattern, right? It's the fluent one. See how I'm assigning the objects. This is a customer dot builder s2. The people who know aware about the builder pattern, okay, they can see that just we need to add annotations and the builder pattern is ready, right? No need to write that very lengthy line of codes, okay, just to implement the builder pattern. Now this is ready. Here also we can just print it, and once you will run, you will see that, right? So as I told you that it removes the, just how many lines of code I have written? Just 3 lines of code I have written, right? And here if you see, we have written how many lines of code? I think 46 line of code. It's not only one third, I think it's a 1/10 or 1/20th, 1/10, I think 90% of code it has removed, right? Means the unnecessary line of codes what we had written, it has got removed. So this is what benefit we get. So this is what were the boiler, and now the boiler codes is just remove the repetitive line of code what we write, right? The get acceptance that will remove, and see how does it looks, right? It's very kind of readable, nothing. Okay, just you go further and just write your business logic. Okay, so that's all what I wanted to discuss about the Lombok. I think there are so many annotations are there. That is one more annotation is there. The one synchronized annotation is there, right? If you wants to for if you wants your method should be synchronized or thread safe, what do? We use a synchronized keyword, then we check, right, and we ensures that it should be only accessed by only single threads. Okay, instead of writing those many codes, just you have to use uh, you have to use on the methods. Okay, so just you can use one synchronized annotations. Okay, now your synchronizations thing is means no need to write that many code for the synchronization code, right? For check exception, we write we throw the exceptions, right? All those things. And just use one sneaky throws, right? So that you can use it, and you no need to write that you have to throw the exceptions or uh, or anything. Okay, we have a singular also. Okay, and yeah, so I think just you can go through the Lombok official websites, and you can find out so what at all the notation is present. So that's all, guys, what I wanted to discuss for this today podcast. Thank you very much.